Welcome scientists to another edition of Science4Kern Home Edition. Today what we're going to do is we're going to create a sizzling snowman. Our supplies is you're going to need a spoon, some baking soda, some pipettes. If you don't have pipettes, you can always use eyedroppers or again a spoon. We have vinegar, and then an additional one is we have food coloring. So to begin our experiment today, we need a bowl as well. And I put some baking soda in the bowl and I started to add water. So you can take your pipette, squeeze the top before you put the pipette in the water, and then it gathers the water. And then you're going to continue to put water in your baking soda. So now you're going to mix. And so what we want to do is we're trying to create a snowball with our baking soda. So you might have to keep adding a little bit more water to bring those two together. Now, how do you know when your snowball is ready? Well, got to get your hands in. So we're going to go ahead and create a snowball. And if it comes apart, then we start to need to add more water. So I'm going to put it on my tray. You can use a plate, but you need an area where you have a lip area where it's a little high because we're going to be adding vinegar. So I'm going to go ahead and create a snowman. So my second piece is going to be a little bit bigger than my first piece. Put those in there. And then I have my last snowball. So there's our little snowman. Now, this is where I can bring in food coloring. So this is an additional, you don't have to use it, but I'm going to go ahead and give them a little bit of eyes, maybe a button or two. Can add a little bit more. We'll see what happens with that. Next is I have a cup with some vinegar. You can use a spoon, and I'm using the pipette. So again, same concept. We're going to pinch the top, insert it into the liquid, and so we have vinegar. Now, before we start doing this, what do you wonder? What do you think is going to happen when you add the vinegar to the baking soda? So let's just try a little piece. What do you notice? And what's happening to that color too? Now, what we're going to do next is we're just going to go ahead and add a lot more vinegar. But what you notice when you see the bubbles, this is a chemical reaction. So we have two compounds. We have baking soda and we have vinegar. We also have another compound with water when it made the snowballs. So now we're going to add a lot more vinegar and see what happens. Look at that sizzling snowballs. And so you also notice that the vinegar is filling up, so make sure that you have a great tray or a plate to capture all of that vinegar. And I still have some more snowballs, so I can add some more vinegar and watch them sizzle. Now you can do different shapes if you want to do different shapes. You can create volcanoes, but this is a great experiment to try at home.
To learn more about this science activity and many others, check us out at Science4Kern.org.